Good. Okay, here we are today. Chat over coffee number 3, a talk show for students of English. And we have some theme music today. You guys can hear that, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, great. Let me see. Let's see. We have our guest here today, Wedel Chacon, who is the brother of one of my students, who is going to be on the show today. Jessie, her name was, but unfortunately, she's been sick for the last few days. But Wedel has agreed to be on the show, and Wedel is coming to us today from London, England.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Nice to be here.
Okay. And let's see here. Good. Okay. We have the music out of the way. And okay, so let me introduce myself here. John Victor Hall here, and I am an online English teacher who focuses on helping adults become professionally fluent in English on the job. And I am available for online classes. And if you want to reach out to me and ask me about classes, you can do that on WhatsApp. Please don't call me on WhatsApp. Just type a message on WhatsApp. My number is, for those of you who are outside of Costa Rica, it starts with 506. That's the number for, that's the country code for Costa Rica. And then the rest of the number is 7014-4835. And if you're interested in classes with me, please contact me on WhatsApp, and I'll send you information about my classes. Always looking for new students. So perhaps we can talk and arrange a schedule and help you improve your English. Okay. And again, I'll say that number one more time. If you're outside of Costa Rica on WhatsApp, you should contact me at 506-7014-4835. If you're in Costa Rica, it's just 7014-4835. And again, my name is John Victor Hall. Okay. And so let's see here. We have Valeria and Carlos back again. If you have watched previous episodes of the show, then you have probably seen them because they are repeat offenders. Repeat guests. Carlos, Valeria, please introduce yourselves briefly.
Hi everyone, my name is Valeria, and I have been in classes with the teacher John for over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Carlos. I'm so happy to stay here. I think it's the first time in this year. Thanks, John.
Yep.
The same with Valeria. I have 2 or 3 years to stay with you, learning English every week, and nice experience. Thanks.
Okay, good. Okay, and Wedel, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, sure. My name is Wedel Chacon. As John mentioned before, I'm living in London. I've been here since June last year. However, we already lived here for 4 years between 2018 and 2022. We spent the pandemic here. It was quite an experience. Wow. I can tell you a lot about it. So this is our second time here, and I work in finance, and I'm happy to be here.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the second time here, there won't be a pandemic, and you'll
I really hope so.
Right. But the first time you came here, you came in 2018. So
yes,
you had what? a year or two that you could go out and meet people.
Yes, correct. Yeah. We had a couple of years that we were able to travel everywhere. We were able to get to know a little bit of Europe because
Oh,
moving
okay.
around from here, it's really easy. I mean, it's really easy, really
Okay.
cheap. You get an access to the world that it's you hardly get anywhere from anywhere else.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, so the first
Mhm.
couple of years were great, were amazing, and then the pandemic hit and it was difficult.
Everybody had to stay home. Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, we spent 2 years in lockdown, and not the kind of
Wow.
lockdown that you had in Costa Rica. I mean, it was a real lockdown. Not able to
Oh,
go outside, not able to at the beginning, not even being able to get any groceries or anything. It was
uh,
chaotic.
yeah. In the place that you lived at that time, did you have a lot of people living very, very close to your house?
Yeah. I mean, here, very much everywhere, you
Mhm.
have a very, very tight living settings.
Right, right.
One of the problems that you will find here in London is that there's too many people. It's like
Yeah.
7 million people. It's more than in the whole of Costa Rica. Just in,
Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, we had a problem. We lost him just for a second, but he's just come back, I
yeah,
think.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Something happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so one of the characteristics you will have in London is that, for example, these apartments are called flats.
Yes.
So yeah, so a flat will be think about a very old home, big house, a
Mm-hmm.
Victorian style house
Mm-hmm.
that used to have 4 levels, four stories high,
Yep.
and each
Mm-hmm.
one of those levels had been refurbished and conditioned in a way that each one of them is either one or two flats.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of people very in close proximity, one to each other.
I see. I
So
see. Uh-huh.
yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting, and the problem during the pandemic was the panic that it
Oh,
created
yeah.
in the population. So I remember this time at just right at the beginning. Uh, we were not able to get any supermarket deliveries because here we don't go to the supermarket. We don't own a car. We don't need it. It's a big difference from
Uh-huh.
Costa Rica. You don't need a car, depending on
Right.
where you live. But we live
Mhm.
in central London, so you don't need a car. Actually, having a car is kind of a nuisance. You don't need it.
Yeah.
It's an expense that drives your wallet, and you never use it because it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to use it.
Uh-huh.
So we get groceries delivered at our door every single week, and during the pandemic it was just not possible, and it wasn't because there
Mhm.
were no products available. It was because people will just hoard everything that was
Ah.
available. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Now,
so
I'm not sure if everybody understands that word hoard. Uh, Carlos and Valeria, do you know that word? To hoard things?
I know exactly.
No. Okay. To hoard things is it's like you go out and you take everything that you can
Okay,
and you keep it for yourself.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right.
yeah,
So yeah, and I think people were doing that here in Costa Rica during the
yeah,
pandemic, right?
yeah, at some point the prime minister had to come out in live TV and send a message to the country and say, listen people, there's enough of everything for everyone. But if you
Hmm.
continue doing this, there's no supply chain that is going to hold. I mean, it's impossible
Hmm.
to replenish the supermarkets at this pace. So they had to put some
Hmm.
regulations, and everything went to normal somehow, at least on a stable availability of
Uh-huh.
products, and
Hmm.
everything got better. But yes, at the beginning was terrible.
Yeah, one of the items here, I think, was toilet paper. Everybody thought
Oh,
they had to buy
that was everywhere.
three
That
three
was
months
everywhere in
supply,
the world. Yeah.
3 months supply of toilet paper, and it wasn't really necessary. It wasn't
Yeah,
really necessary.
the funny part about it was that after I mean the peak of the crisis passed,
Mhm,
a
mhm.
lot of people tried to resell the things they hoarded,
Oh, really?
and I mean nobody will buy it. I mean, it was like, no, you
Yeah,
didn't think about the rest of the people when
yeah.
everyone was in need. Now you suffer, you get your loss. I mean,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
nobody's going to buy things from you.
Well, or the other thing is, hey, just relax because you don't have to buy toilet paper for the next 6 months. Yeah,
Exactly.
right,
Or 2 years,
right.
I think.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm. It was
Okay, listen.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. Now, listen, I almost forgot about something that I promised to do, and that is the poll. So I should
Oh
do
yeah.
that now. Yeah. Let me see. I gave a poll to my students, and let me read it here. I promised I would reveal the answer to the poll today. So let's see here. Uh, I'll read the poll here. It says, you are trying to schedule a meeting with some team members. You ask, can we have the meeting at 6:30 p.m. on Monday? Another team member replies, that is out of the question. What does that other team member mean? So this is about an idiomatic expression, to be out of the question. You might know what each of those words mean, but the whole idiomatic expression together has a different meaning than the individual words. And so now in the poll, I gave people 4 options to choose from. The first one, it is not fair to request that. That is the first suggested meaning of that's out of the question. It is not fair to request that. The second one, I don't understand why you are asking that. Third one, I'd like to change the topic. And the fourth one, that is impossible. Okay. Now, Valeria and Carlos have both voted in this. What option did you vote for? Do you remember?
Yeah, in my case, I chose the second one, I think. Yeah, I
I,
think the
I don't
second one.
understand why you're asking that. Okay. Valeria, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember?
No, teacher.
No, you don't remember? I can actually. Oh, I don't know if I can do it here. Well, there were only 2 options that people voted for. So you either voted for, I don't understand why you were asking that, or you voted for that is impossible. Do you remember? Valeria, it seems that I cannot hear you. Hello? Hello, Valeria, Carlos.
Sorry, we have a little troubles with this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Uh-huh. So do you remember which option you voted for?
I believe that was the last, that is impossible.
Yeah. Aha. Good. Okay. Well, Valeria, you were correct. The meaning of that is out of the question is that is impossible. Okay. Now, I have a question for you here, Wedel. Do you hear this idiomatic expression in England? Do you hear people saying that is out of the question?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that common. They will use expressions like that is preposterous, that is nonsense. But I also hear that one.
Yeah, that is nonsense. It could mean that because if something is nonsense, then it is impossible as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So remember that especially if you're in a meeting and you ask something to somebody and that other person replies, "That is out of the question." You were looking for a yes or no answer, probably, and the person replies, "That is out of the question." What does it mean? It means it is impossible. It is not an option. Okay, it's not something that we can actually do. So, okay, good. Let me see. So now we can go back to interviewing our guest here, and let me see. So, okay, well, the first thing we want to know about is how you learned English. When did
Okay.
you start learning English?
Okay. I started when I was a teenager. I was in high school, and let's just remember we're talking about early mid 90s, and resources available were not that many. And I started learning more because of a personal interest than anything else. I remember my sister; she will take formal classes,
Jesse.
and yeah, Jessie.
Okay.
Maybe I should clarify. I never really took formal classes in English.
Really? Oh, okay.
No, never, never. And what I will do was, because I really liked music, I really liked movies, but I don't want to say what they said. So what I did was I started using my sister's practice books for grammar, for trying to run some whatever old books she had. I will use them. I will erase everything and then redo it again.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
Yeah, and then started listening to music, having the lyrics just next to the radio, trying to repeating once and again what they said, and trying to figure out how they will pronounce the words. Something else is we used to live close to the beach, close enough, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So every time I went to the beach, which I used to do a lot, every time I saw an American, someone from the United States alone, I would try to go and sit and talk to them and practice. Wow. And I think one of the most important things was I would read at the beginning.
Sorry,
with a book. I would read books in English.
Okay. Yep.
At the beginning, with a dictionary next to me, next to the book, and it would take me months to get through a couple of pages because I wouldn't understand. And then watching movies, that's how I learned. I think it came easy to me. I know it's something that it's not fit for everyone. I think the language came easy to me. But then eventually, when I was in the university, I tried to take some classes. But I think that there's a key to taking classes, English classes, or whatever language that you're trying to learn. And is that you should always do it with someone who is a native speaker. Because I remember I went to this like a test.
Yeah.
To see what level you are on. And I had this big discussion with the person who interviewed me, because we were arguing about the use of the term or word "want." I won't do that. I won't be able to get there. And this person, told me or argued that that word or that term didn't exist. And I was, no, but it does.
What?
I know it does. Yeah, I know it does. And at the end, when I got home, I went straight to the dictionary. I know it does. I'm not wrong. So I validated, yes, I was right. So how am I going to take classes with someone who knows less than me? That is not possible.
Wow.
So that's very much how I learned. It's, as I said, it came easy to me. Languages come easy to me, thankfully, and has been a never-ending journey, because I try to read always books, and that's the advice I could give to anyone trying to learn English or any other language, try to read, because that will improve your grammar, that will improve your understanding in expressions, and that will also help you in extracting the context of a conversation. Because, for example, sometimes you don't understand every single word, either because of the accent or because you don't know the word exactly. But if you understand the context, you can figure out what they're talking about, and that will make it easier for you and will improve your language abilities.
Right, right. I want to ask you. So you mentioned that in the beginning you were interested in the lyrics of songs.
Yeah.
And you learned English from that. What bands or what musical artists did you listen to back in the 90s?
Well, back in the 90s, I was very much into The Doors, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, rock bands.
Sorry, what was the first one?
The Doors.
The Doors, Jim Morrison.
Yeah. Jim Morrison, exactly. The Doors. I was kind of in love with The Doors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my favorite band when I was in high school, and then I got very into the grunge kind of culture. Okay. Yeah, and the way the grunge bands pronounce the words, the way they sing, is very hard to understand what they say. It's really, really hard. The way they vocalize is difficult to understand. So I wanted to understand what they were saying. So that's how I started.
Yeah. Valeria and Carlos, do you know grunge rock?
Yeah, I know. There are they are big bands. Yeah.
Yeah, like Nirvana, of course, is the
Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains,
Pilot.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you
exactly.
just a bit here, Valeria and Carlos. You've been on the show many, many times. Do you remember another guest who told us that they started learning English without taking lessons, but they did it by Mike Evans?
And I know that there is another guest, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I think I remember the last name. That guy Brennis, but
yes, Alonso Brennis. Yes,
Alonso. Yeah, exactly.
So now I think in the case of Mike Evans, again, he didn't start with classes. He started by listening to songs by Limp Bizkit. And the other one, Alonso, in his case, what was it?
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, yeah.
They're younger than me, clearly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Linkin Park came later. You know that.
Yeah, it came later, 2000s, 2010s.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but both of those guys, they said it was listening to song lyrics that really was what made them fluent in English. And I thought that was really, really interesting. So this is a story that we've heard before, and it's surprising how common it is. But okay, so this time we can attribute it to the Doors. Now, but in the 1990s, the Doors was already old stuff.
Yeah, it was old. Yeah.
Because the Doors first became famous in the 1960s.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually, at one time, I was a big Doors fan.
Oh, really?
Many years ago. They
were a great band.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty outrageous at the time. Well, yeah, even some of the things that they did back in the 1960s, like bands today don't do things like that. So, but they also wrote good music, and a lot of that music is still good to listen to today.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see here. There's something else. Oh, yeah. I want to mention here for anybody who might be listening to the show right now. If you want to ask questions, you can use the chat board that we have for people watching the live stream, and you can write a question in here, and I'll give the question to the other people on the show here, and they can answer it. And in fact, we have somebody who has written on the chat board, and is your sister, Jessie. And she just says hello, everyone. So yeah, unfortunately, Jessie was going to be on the show. She was going to be a co-guest with you, Wedel, but unfortunately, Jessie has been very sick recently, and
Yeah.
not in any condition to be on the show. So, but yeah, I'll keep one eye over here on the chat board, and if Jessie or anybody else wants to say something, I'll pass that on to everybody else. So, okay, good. So, yeah, let's go ahead. So you were taking classes in university, English classes in university.
I tried to, but at the end I didn't. I decided it wasn't worth it. I mean, the people, yeah, it was a waste of time.
Waste of time. Yes, that's exactly what.
Yeah. That's why my advice is try to take it with native speakers, because otherwise you might face a situation like mine where I realized I knew more than the actual teacher.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Yeah, there's no point in taking the classes. So, okay, but then after you got out, were you still developing your English on your own when you were in university?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
How was it through music and movies and things, or
books, mainly books and movies? Okay. Mainly books. 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 I will try to read everything. I really like to read. Maybe I don't do it that often right now, but when I was in the university, I loved to read, and I will try to do it always in English, even though it would take me longer. But I got to the point where I was able to read a whole book without consulting the dictionary, or maybe creating my own glossary in terms of I wasn't familiar to, or words I wasn't familiar to understand the context, the meaning, and that will help me. That helped me a lot for the grammar, especially for the grammar, and later on for my professional practice. And then movies, I will watch movies in English with subtitles in English.
Yes.
So if I didn't understand something, I was always able to go to the subtitles and check what they were saying, and also try to stop the movie, go back a little bit, try to rehear it again, and understand the exact pronunciation of the word.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, you have to stop and rewind, go back.
Yes, exactly.
Hear something again, and then sometimes you're going to go back and you're going to hear something again, but these are things that you don't know. So
and that's something that I still do. Yeah, that's something that I still do, because depending on the accent of a person, or the cadence of the way the person talks, it's going to be difficult to catch it.
Did you also notice that sometimes the subtitles were wrong?
Oh yeah, lots of time.
Yeah.
Lots of times. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have anything to do to the actual dialogue.
Oh yeah. Sometimes the subtitle, well, especially back in those days.
Yes.
You know, in the early days, I've seen some subtitles written in English that were just like, what is that? That is not what I'm hearing. And sometimes they were really, really bad. But
and you miss a lot. Actually, you miss a lot of the dialogues in the subtitles.
Yeah. Let me see. Valeria, Carlos, do you have any questions about the music or the movies or the books? Anything you want to ask at this point?
Let me see. About the books. Sorry. Sometimes
I hear people say about the importance to learn some English books. But and Wendell, in your experience, and what kind of books, or what is the most popular books uh, recommend, if you have to recommend some to someone,
Mhm.
uh, what kind of books or stories or
Yeah. Okay. I will say the type of book will depend very much on what you're interested in,
Mhm.
right?
because it has to be something that engages you in the story or the narrative of the book.
Mhm.
So if you like fiction, go for fiction. If you like sci-fi, science fiction, go for science fiction. If you like historical books, go for something
Okay.
historic. If you like philosophy, go for philosophy. I would recommend that because it's kind of complex and
Yeah.
sometimes boring. But I think the key is look for something short. Something short.
Ah,
Don't
yes.
go for the 1,000 pages book.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for 100, 150. Go for something short that won't get you frustrated, because when you start reading, you need a dictionary next to you, and it's going to take you some time to
Yeah,
progress in the book.
that's a
So
good.
go for something short that is something that really interests you, that
Mhm.
motivates you to
Mhm.
finish the book. It could be a children's book. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever makes you feel comfortable with the pace of the progress, and that won't make you frustrated about not finishing the book soon enough. Because
Right. Right.
if you usually read a book in a month or in a week or in 3 months, it's going to take you double or triple that
Yeah.
once you
Mhm.
start reading in another language, because you need a dictionary, and that's
Mhm.
normal. And maybe every 5 words you will need to check the dictionary, and you will need
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
process the word, and you will need to get familiar to it. So go
Mhm.
for short books of whatever topic that really interests you. If you like mechanics, go for mechanics. If you like,
Mhm.
I don't know,
Right.
agriculture, go for agriculture. Whatever interests you, but try shorter books at first.
Right.
So
Right.
it motivates you. Once you finish one, you get motivated because I already finished
Mhm.
this one. And then you move on and you move on until you feel comfortable enough to go for more complex books, for
Right.
longer books, and eventually you don't need a dictionary.
Right. Yeah. I want to say
Exactly.
children's books for adults learning English. It's actually a good option because with
Yeah, it
children's
is.
books, you're not going to get really difficult vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got pictures for everything. And also, they're not going to take very long to read. I mean, you can probably read
Yeah.
a children's book in a couple of hours, or no, not a couple of hours, less than that, like I don't know, maybe, yeah, you could probably read it in 30 minutes and
Yep.
understand all of the vocabulary too. The only thing that sometimes does occur in them is they have kind of ridiculous uh, expressions that don't really have any sense, but they sound nice or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
but that's but you realize, okay, you have that in Spanish too, so um
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's a great idea. And but then also get into something that's more what you're interested in. But yes, I like that idea. Go with something really short, because yeah, a 1,000-page long book, oh man, you might be really interested in the topic in the beginning, but that you're going to run into so much vocabulary, and it's going to be really frustrating, and it's you're probably going to say, oh, I can't continue at some point.
Yeah,
But
and I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. There was a point I wanted to read the Lord of the Rings, and I really
yeah,
had to think. Yeah, I really had to think about if I was ready to read it in English, because I
right,
wanted to
right,
read it in
right,
English, but it's such a long book. I mean, such long books, because it's not only
right, right,
one.
right.
and the vocabulary, the expressions, everything is difficult. It's complicated.
Right, right.
So,
And the
yeah,
solution for that is to start with The Hobbit, because The
yeah.
Hobbit was written a little bit more for a younger audience.
Mhm.
And that book is not as long, and it's much more accessible. So yeah, you start with The Hobbit, and if you finish The Hobbit and you're really happy with The Hobbit, then go on to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to mention something here. We have a person who has some questions here for you, Wedel,
Mhm.
from the chat. This is Rebecca, and she says, "Good morning. I would like to know about if Wedel has had any situation or experience with the English accent or with the culture. Please share."
Yeah, well, with the accent, lots of it. Well, first of all, I should say, even if you have a perfect English, here they will recognize you as an Americanized type of English, which is
Yeah,
not the same English they speak here.
Mhm.
So expressions, words, how you call certain items may change.
Right.
Let me give you an example. For example, a sidewalk, which what
Yeah.
we know as a sidewalk, here is a
Yeah.
pavement.
All right.
Um,
And pavement
y-
has a different meaning in North American English. Yeah.
yes, exactly. So
Okay.
you tend, at the beginning, you tend to mix up some
Right.
definitions. It's
Uh-huh.
not that you're wrong, it's just that they call it different. If you go and ask for water, for water, how we say it in Americanized English, they will look at you like, oh no, it's water. You need to
But
ask for water.
you you
So
you
yeah,
say water. You say it the North American way, right?
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
But
that's what you learned.
so yeah, that's what I learned. That's what I'm used to. But it creates some kind of problem sometimes. Now, in terms of the accent,
Hmm.
the first time we got here,
Hmm.
I spent, and this is a real story, I spent 1 month without understanding a single word that was spoken in our work meetings. Not a word.
Nothing.
Not a word. Nothing. We had English, we had Indians, we had Brazilians, we had Chinese, we had people from all over the world speaking in different languages.
Yeah.
And I would understand how everyone. I mean, imagine, picture this: there is a work meeting where
Yeah.
everyone is speaking at the same time and in different accents.
Different accents.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, different accents, and you're not used to it. I spent the first month
Right.
of my professional life here. I didn't understand a word, and I
Whoa.
would go to the person that I had I was most close to,
Yeah.
and ask that person, okay, what do I have to do? Because I didn't get anything. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So it's complicated. And then you have London is a very diverse city. You have people
Right.
from
Right.
all over the world. The minority here is the people that is actually from London.
Uh-huh.
So you have people from all over the world. You have a lot of different accents. So everyone is kind of understanding in terms of maybe I'm not getting what you say, but when you get to meet people from little towns from the outskirts of London or more northern towns in England, oh, the accent changes completely. If
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Right.
get someone from Scotland, it's totally different.
Yeah.
I used to have this coworker, and I felt really bad, really, because he was from Glasgow. The
Hmm.
Scottish accent is really complicated, but he was from Glasgow,
Hmm.
and Glasgow is the worst. So he will come every day to talk to me, and
Oh.
he will talk to me like for 10, 15 minutes, and I would understand a word.
Oh.
And I felt terrible. I felt terrible because I was thinking, the guy clearly likes me. He considers me his friend at the office, but I don't know what he's saying.
Right.
And also happens, for example, let's think about when you go somewhere in Costa Rica and there is the Huachiman.
Yeah.
He has a very characteristic way of talking.
Yeah.
Well, it happened the same here.
Just a second, in case we have people who are watching the show that are not Costa Rican, Watchman is a word that's used here in Costa Rica. It comes from the English watchman, and it basically refers to a security guard. So
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
They have a very characteristic way of talking, and a very characteristic accent and cadence in the way they talk. It happens the same here. It happens exactly the same here. So you might face situations where you don't really understand what they're saying to you. It's complicated. So you have to excuse yourself. Thankfully, Brit people, it's cold but polite.
Yeah.
So as long as you are polite to them, they will try to make you understand what they are meaning. They are short-tempered too, and not a lot of patience. So don't insist too much. But yeah, they don't have a lot of patience.
They don't have patience with language when you don't understand.
Yeah, with the language. I mean, you can ask once, twice. If you ask again, their answer will be, "What are you, stupid?" Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So yeah. It's not because they really want to insult you. It's just like how they are. It's. I mean, it's. You need to get used to that kind of things happening and be because in Costa Rica our culture, I mean, if you call someone stupid, it will be like, okay, you want to fight, you want trouble with me.
Right
but, not here. It's different. They are not very straightforward, but when they lose their patience, they might be rude.
I see. Okay. Well, that's interesting because we don't usually think of the British as being impatient and possibly ready to fight with you.
Yeah, but on the other hand, for example, a very interesting characteristic they have is that they love queuing. Queuing is forming in a line.
Right.
Forming in a line. Yeah, they love queuing. But it's part of the social convention here. There's so many people that there are some unwritten rules in the daily social dynamic. For example, if you are in a square or a plaza and you want to go for a hot dog, for a beer, for an ice cream, and you will see a queue, and you will stand in the queue, and you will ask the last person in the queue, "Excuse me, are you queuing?" "Yes." "What is this queue for?" "Okay." They will tell you, "This is for the ice cream." "Oh no, I wanted a hot dog." "Oh no, the hot dog is over there." So you go. You don't skip the queue.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Now, of course,
never.
Right.
If you are in a tube, which is the underground, the subway, the trains, the underground system here, and you go to in the escalator, the electrical stairs,
right,
you stand in the right, always in the right, unless you're in a hurry, because the left lane is always for the people that is in a hurry. If you stand in the left side, they will not say, "Excuse me." They will bump you. They will throw you away. Because why are you standing there? Oh, yeah. No, nobody says, "Excuse me." They just bump you. And if you roll down the stairs, it's your problem. Why are you standing there? Wow. But it's the way that the social dynamics work here. And that's how such a big city works. Because
right.
At the rush hour, at the peak hour, you have thousands and thousands of people using the transportation service.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. I had another question from Rebecca, and this was from a few minutes ago. when we were talking about books. But she says here, do you remember the first English book that you read and the last?
Let me see. I really don't remember the first one, to be honest. It was a long time ago. I don't remember the first one.
Well, do you remember the most recent one?
Yeah, the most recent one, it had to be The Treasure Island from Stevens, which I read to my son.
Sorry, the author, Lewis?
Yeah, the author is Stevens, R.L. Stevens. Stevenson. The Treasure Island. Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, it's an old book.
It's a classic. It's a really old book.
I've heard the title before, but I don't remember.
It's where you have actually, there is a legend that the Treasure Island is Isla del Coco in Costa Rica. There have been expeditions looking for the treasure. Okay. Yeah. I think
it's a story about pirates.
It's a story about pirates, correct?
Yeah.
Long John Silver, and yes, I think that's the last one I read. I'm reading Dune right now. Dune, yeah.
Science fiction.
Science fiction, yes.
Okay. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Let me see. Carlos or Valeria, do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
What was the biggest challenges could be when you moved to London?
There's a few, I think. When you move to a different country with a different culture and different social dynamics, I think the most challenging part is being adaptable. Understanding that everything is going to be different, is going to work different, and whatever you're used to in your home country is not going to be the same. Couple of examples. For example, using the public transportation system. As I said before, having a car here where we live, if you live outside London, it makes sense, but here it doesn't make sense. So you need to get used to using the metro, the tube, how we call it here, using the buses, etc. Yeah, exactly. It's something you're not used to in Costa Rica. The size of the housing. The houses are quite small compared to what you're used to in Costa Rica. So for the price, you will get a very, very big house. You get a medium-sized house here. For the size, you get a medium-sized house in Costa Rica. You get a tiny, tiny place. The weather, it's complicated. The weather, and not only the cold, but during winter, you get, you get out of your house, you go to work, it's 8, 9 a.m. and it's night, and you get out of work at 5, it is still night. You never saw the sun because sun is it's almost non-existent. So that kind of things are, I think, the most difficult ones to get used to, the most challenging ones. I had some friends, the last time we were here, we had a very nice and close group of friends, all from Costa Rica, and some of my friends just really didn't adapt because they wanted their car, they wanted this, they wanted that they had in Costa Rica, and it was just not possible.
Where is the sun?
Yeah, exactly. It was either not possible or not reasonable. Not, and they had a very hard time to adapt. So I think that's the most challenging part. And if you're open to the small and big differences, and it will make it easier to adapt to the culture, because of course there is a culture shock. It's very different. Probably not as if you are going to Africa or Asia, which is huge differences in terms of culture, because here, our culture in Costa Rica is not that different from the culture here in terms of beliefs and value systems,
Mhm.
but the dynamics are different. So I think that the biggest challenge is that one, being open enough to adapt to whatever you have to adapt to.
Yeah, things are going to be different, and your
Yeah, things are going
way
to
of
be different for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the way of living.
And then the other thing is that when you first arrive, you don't know very many people, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
know you're not very close to friends or family, and
Yeah.
you're going to
Yeah,
be
and that's a good point. That's a good point because you cannot count with the same support system that you have in your home country. I mean, we don't
right.
have the granddads, the grandpa, the grandmas. You don't have your cousins. You don't have your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. You don't have the whole family to assist you in
Right.
any eventuality. If you have kids, you don't have anyone to look after your kid.
Mhm.
If you need to, if you're sick, you don't have anyone to come and help you with that. If you, I mean, whatever you need, you're by
Mhm,
yourself,
mhm,
and
mhm.
that's why it's always good to have a family. I mean, have a
Yes.
wife, a husband. Yeah, because it
Mhm.
helps you. But that is at the same time something good because it helps you grow together and get and create a closer bond as a family.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Right. Yes. Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see. I want to go back because one of the things I said we wanted to talk about was how you how the fact that you could speak English, uh, how did that affect your professional development? Did it
Hmm.
open doors for you? Did it
Oh,
get
yes,
you certain jobs? Yep.
yes, of course. For example, one of the key professional experiences I
Mhm.
have had, I worked for a tobacco company for a long time,
Yes.
and one of the main reasons I got that job
Mhm.
was because during the interview, I had a conversation with the person who will be my future manager at that time. He
Mhm.
was from Jamaica. And what
Ah,
they told me
great.
during the interview, was that, okay, we have had a number of candidates.
Mhm.
No one has been able to communicate with him.
Really?
If you are able to communicate with him and he's happy and comfortable talking to you, the job is yours.
Yeah.
So, and that's the main reason why I got the job,
Uh,
because we had a long
uh,
conversation. We actually became very good friends
oh
after
yeah.
after some
Okay.
time. Yeah, we became very good friends. But the main reason why I got that job was because I was able to communicate in English and have a proper conversation with him, and he was comfortable talking to me and understanding what I said.
That was in the job interview, right?
Yeah, that was in the job interview. I think
Uh-huh.
they didn't look at all my other qualifications. They were more worried about is
Uh,
the person we hire able to communicate with this other person, and is he going
mhm.
to be comfortable with this new hire?
Right. Right.
So that opened a huge
Valeria.
door for me.
Valeria, that's a little bit familiar to you, right? You've had a similar experience, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I started a new job in January 5.
January? Yeah, January of this
Mhm.
year. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yes, this 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Congratulations.
And the person who was in that time in the interview, he told me that, okay, we need a person who can communicate with our manager in New Albany.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are able to communicate with them, it's okay for us because we need a person who can make or establish a conversation with them.
Uh-huh.
I
Mm.
believe that was in my, I'm not sure if I was in my second or third week that, in my third week,
Mm.
I already had a meeting with the,
Okay.
and was with the one of the managers in New
Mm-hmm.
Albany.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the meeting was with two people from there.
Mhm.
and they were the managers from our department, and they
Mhm.
were so happy. And my supervisor told me it's okay, they are kind people, and I
Mhm.
could have the meeting. And when I finished the meeting, I felt okay. I could do it. I
Mhm.
know that is something new for me, but it was a similar
Mhm.
situation.
But you could talk in English with them,
Yeah.
and what you said to me is that you were the best of all the other candidates. You were the one who was able to talk in English with these people from New Albany, which is in the United States, more easily, right?
Exactly. My supervisor told me that there was more candidates for the position, but
Right.
they were looking for a person who can had a conversation mm, with the person from New Albany. That is the main office in our department,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and they say we need a person who has the knowledge, but more than that, we need a person who has uh, English.
Uh-huh.
Intermediate is okay, but we need to can communicate with another people, because we
Right.
receive emails every day and all day in English. That are
Right.
sometimes meeting with another office around the world,
Mm-hmm.
and with our supervisors in
Mm-hmm.
New
Mm-hmm.
Albany.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. And that job is how is it going?
Very good.
Very
I
good.
have not received more meeting yet, but
Mhm.
emails and chat every day.
Oh, really? Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Great. Okay, so you're
But
using English.
every day when I don't know, I feel that I get familiar more with the person and the process, and
Yeah.
I feel more
Yeah.
comfortable in the company. And I'm
Uh,
just trying to lose my fear when I try to have
right.
to get a meeting or type a message.
Right.
But I'm
Right.
working on that.
You're still working on that, but you're making
Mhm.
progress. You've come a long way.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, yes, a
Okay.
lot.
Good. Okay. Let me see. Let's go back to Wedel here. Yeah, actually, we're coming up towards 9 o'clock. So let me see. We don't seem to have any more questions from the audience today, but yeah. Let's see. Wedel, you have you survived that experience in the pandemic, and then you came back to Costa Rica for what, a couple of years?
3 years, yes, three
Uh-huh.
years, and then moved back here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so what made you decide to, you and your wife,
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
your wife was the one who had the opportunity to work in London again. But
Correct.
what made you decide to come to go back to London?
It was just a work opportunity. That was all, a
Work
professional
opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah, that
Okay.
was it. That has been the driver for all the decisions about moving somewhere else.
Oh, okay. I see. But let me ask you a question. Put you on the spot here. Where are you most happy? In Costa Rica or in London?
Well, it's difficult, difficult to tell. Of course, I
Hmm.
love Costa Rica. I love my country. I think
Yeah.
it's an amazing, wonderful country. When you live outside Costa Rica, you come to realize how beautiful country it is.
Exactly.
For example,
Exactly.
because I have not only lived here in London, but I also lived in El Salvador for a few years when it was the most dangerous country in the world. So
Oh.
I have like the two different optics of a
Oh.
very bad situation place to a first world country.
Right.
And
Right.
Costa Rica is amazing. However, we have a good life here, and you get to like and to love the small differences. But
Hmm.
of course, I will say my country. I mean, there's nothing like Costa Rica. It's a beautiful country, but I'm
Uh-huh.
happy here. So it will be
Uh-huh.
difficult to decide which one.
Right. Yeah, there are things you can do in London that you can't do in Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah,
but
it's an amazing city.
what are some of the things that you like to do in your free time in London that you could not do in Costa Rica?
Going to the Premier League matches, going to
Oh,
concerts.
So I think you mentioned that you live in Chelsea. Is that right?
Very close to Chelsea. Yeah, yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a member since 2018. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I live very close to Chelsea, to the Chelsea stadium, to the Chelsea area, like 2 stations in the tube.
Okay.
It's nothing. It's
Stamford
really
Bridge
close.
Wow.
Stadium.
I used to live 10 minutes away by walking from Stamford Bridge the last time. Now I'm a little bit further away, but yeah, I mean it's that kind of experiences are things that if you're a football fan, you can only dream of going to a Premier League match, to a Champions League match. That kind of things are really nice. Also, I love concerts. I love music, as I told you before. Going to concerts, you have all the possibilities in the world here. Bands that you will never see in Costa Rica. If you like art, you have theater, you have exhibitions. If you have, there's a little bit of everything for everyone here, whatever your interests are.
Right. You mentioned Alice in Chains before. I mean, they're from England.
Yes, I went to a concert of Alice in Chains here.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Costa Rica.
No, not really.
Chains, I don't think is ever going to come to Costa Rica. Yeah. So.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. London has absolutely fantastic concerts. It's one of the best places.
Yeah, and a major advantage it has here is that for $60 you can take a plane to Milan, to Croatia, to Paris, to wherever. Yeah. If you're lucky, $60. Easily. If you catch the right offer, you can for $60 go anywhere in Europe.
Wow.
It's more expensive to take a train to Paris, which is only 2 hours, than to take a plane.
Oh man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for $100 if you're not in luck and you don't get a good offer, but for as cheap as $60, you can go anywhere in Europe.
That's like cheaper than it is to fly from Costa Rica to Panama.
Oh yeah. I remember when I was in El Salvador, it will cost me $500-$600 to go from El Salvador to Costa Rica.
Yeah, flying, right?
Yeah, flying. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. The other thing, though, is that London is one of the most expensive cities in the world, right?
It is mostly, if you compare your daily expenses, it's not that different from Costa Rica in terms of food, in terms of but the housing is really expensive. Transportation is expensive. Housing is expensive. Is really, really expensive. In terms of going out for a restaurant to have a couple of drinks, it's not that different from Costa Rica. Your supermarket, it might even be cheaper here, the supermarket, than in Costa Rica.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yes, because Costa Rica is really expensive.
I see.
But the housing and the utilities, yes, it is very expensive.
I see. And I imagine the concerts and the football games that you go to, those must be really expensive too.
Yeah, football games, if you compare it to Costa Rica, is way, way more expensive. Concerts, maybe not that much. Maybe it could even be more expensive in Costa Rica. Because of the amount of people that you can get in. Yeah, because of how many people you can get into the venue. So it will be probably more expensive in Costa Rica than here. But football matches, yes. But, I mean, come on, it's the Premier League.
It's very different.
You pay it.
Well, listen, I hate to stop things here, but yeah, because it's really interesting talking to you. I'd love to talk for another hour. I'm sure there's a lot we could talk about, but unfortunately, we usually just go to about an hour. So
Hmm.
we've should wrap things up here. But yeah, thank you for being on the show, and
No, my pleasure.
really
Thank you for inviting
interesting
me.
to hear from you and hear about how you learned English. And hope that some of the people listening to this, they can take your advice and your stories, and they can apply that to their own process of learning English. I have a little problem here because, you know, I've had so many guests on that have told me that they learned English without an English teacher, you know. It's not good. It's
No,
not good for my business.
I know, but no, it's always something that you will. I mean, if you want to uh, get a faster ticket to learning, you need a teacher. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
for me,
yeah.
it took me a long time, but it's always better to have a teacher.
Right. And in the case of the people who I teach, I mean, you did a lot of your learning of English when you were in high school and university,
Exactly.
and you had free time then. And
Yeah, correct.
professional adults, they don't have the free time, but if they take classes
Hmm.
with me, that's an obligation. They have to and a lot of my students, if they don't use English at work, then they don't have any free time to explore
Yeah.
music and movies and books and things like this. So, yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing about having a scheduled lesson with a teacher means that you are dedicating time to learning and
Yeah.
practicing English. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, but yeah, well, okay. I'd love to talk more, but we really have to make sure that we don't go on for too long. And yeah, thank you, Carlos and Valeria, for being here today. And thank you, Wedel. Maybe we'll talk to your wife sometime. Maybe I can get her on the show,
Yeah.
or
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
when Jesse is
Yeah.
feeling better.
Okay.
When Jesse is feeling better, maybe she could talk about the trip when she went to visit you just
Hmm.
before Christmas, right?
Yes, exactly. Just before
Yeah.
Christmas, they spend
What
Christmas and New Year here.
Oh, yeah, she was there for, yeah. Okay. That would be
Yeah.
interesting too. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, that is it then for today. Thank you very much, everybody. And I think we had a great show today. And yeah, that's it. We'll wrap things up right here. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank